Hi everyone, Chris here, and today I wanted to dig a little bit deeper into the Bloom's taxonomy, this time the psychomotor um, area. And this domain doesn't get as much love as the cognitive domain for a whole bunch of reasons. But this is the domain that involves physical movement. So if you were to teach something like fly fishing, that would definitely fall into the psychomotor domain. And a lot of other things that we don't really think about is just anything that involves needing to move. Um, and like the cognitive domain, there was a revision done. This revision was done by Dr. Simpson in 1972. And I was going to do the same photos, like I was going to do a drawing of Bloom and then a drawing of Dr. Simpson, but I couldn't find a picture of her anywhere. So, oh well, you get to deal with my little fisherman. Um, so today I want to start at the bottom. And the psychomotor domain really starts with perception, and that's, let's see, and it literally is just perception, being able to read the cues around you. Um, the visual cues, the auditory cues, just sort of all of those different things, and sort of getting the scene and having your situational awareness up for what's going on. Um, the next one is set. And if you're kind of thinking, what do you mean by set? It's really on your mark, get set. It's that getting set piece. So it's like getting into position, making sure you're have the right mindset, you're present, you're ready to act. It's getting yourself into that ready to go part. So it's the, you know, get set. The next level along the skills is guided response. I'm just going to do a GR. So guided response is literally following along, copying somebody else. In the case of art, tracing, like I traced that one off a projector. Um, so just that basic sort of building the skills. So once you've mastered the guided response piece, then you move on to mechanism. So, and you can kind of think of that as mechanized. You have it down, you can do it, you get the habit, you know what you're doing. Um, and then after that one, you have complex overt response, which is a crazy name. But with complex overt response, you can think of that you're responding, overtly responding with complicated movements and actions, and it's all reaching the point where it's automatic. You don't even think about it. Something happens, you react. Our little guy here, he's swinging his pole around, and he knows exactly what to do. He's probably not even thinking too much about what he's doing. He's just working automatically. If you've ever driven and realized that you don't know where you've been driving in the last 5 minutes and you get there safely, that's kind of the a really bad example of a complex overt response. You just sort of like know what you're doing and it's all automatic. So one of the things that Dr. Simpson added in 1972 was the idea of these last two pieces, and they are adaptation. And so adaptation is adapting, being able to adapt to unique situations. So as things change, you're so good at what you're doing, you can adapt quickly and without a whole lot of effort. And then the last one is origination. And much like the cognitive domain, this is the creating something new place. This is inventing a new gymnastics move or creating a new arrangement of music and playing like some crazy jazz freestyle. You've gotten so good that you can create stuff on the fly. And that's the not so loved as much as the cognitive domain psychomotor domain. So when you're teaching something that is involves physical movement, you can sort of, it works the same way as the other. Is, if you want to get to the point where you're building an automatic skill, that's a lot of practice. But if you want to get them mechanized where they can do the movement without a whole lot of effort, you need to make sure you have some guided response. You need to make sure that they can get themselves ready, and you need to make sure they're able to see what's coming and know what they're supposed to, have a read of the situation. And then you can work your way up the different levels of skills over time. And I think one of the reasons why this one is less loved is once you start to get past, these um, higher level skills here, they really take a lot of time and a lot of practice. You have a lot of people who, spend years on the same skill to get up that high. Yeah, so that's the psychomotor domain. And tomorrow we'll talk about the least loved of the Bloom's taxonomies, and that's the affective domain. So hopefully you're all excited, and if not, we'll work on your attitude tomorrow. All right, see you then.